and they're moving quickly to vaccinate at-risk groups. Now, anyone age 70 or over can book a vaccination appointment in the Montreal area.
It's here that the forest is burning in Montreal, so they have decided to bring down the age limit.
Yeah, it was just last week the Montreal area target group was those 85 and older, a cutoff that still applies in the rest of the province, but in COVID-19 hotspots of Montreal and Laval, things are now in Ontario, the question of who can get vaccinated when is more complicated. The rollout has been downloaded to the province's 34 health regions, and as Magda Salas explains, it's a patchwork that some are finding confusing and frustrating.
Braving the bitter cold for some COVID protection. First day slots for vaccinations filled up fast in York Region.
Very excited this morning. My daughter called me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Mom, I booked it. You have to go.
Those age 80 and above can now get their shots in this area and several other regions. But that's not the case province-wide, and those left out are fuming.
I'm extremely frustrated that living in Toronto, I can't get a vaccine for my mother-in-law. She lives just a few kilometers from where people can get vaccines.
This family doctor is just as frustrated. She says the vaccine rollout has her patients asking questions she can't answer.
I wish I could tell them when it's going to be their turn, what it's going to look like, how they're going to get their vaccine, where they're going to get their vaccine.
Today, the Premier defended the province's progress.
As we get more vaccinations from the federal government, then we'll be able to ramp it up. There's certain regions that are ahead of other regions, just due to population and other reasons.
The other regions will soon catch up. That's the promise made by the head of the vaccination task force today.
By 15 March, we will be doing 80-year-olds and above right across the province of Ontario.
For Rosie Schwartz's mother-in-law, who lives alone, that can't come soon enough.
She's very unhappy. She wants to be able to see family members. Every day at 98 is a gift, but she is not able to enjoy it.
Schwartz looks forward to the day when her mother-in-law can be fully vaccinated. So far, more than 260,000 people in the province have received their 2 doses of the vaccines. Magda Salas, CBC News, Toronto.
Now, Ontario's emergency brake went into effect today in 2 regions. The measures put those regions back into more restrictive lockdowns. So, the regions of Thunder Bay and Simcoe, Muskoka have seen a rise in new infections in recent weeks. New restrictions include inmate universal dining and personal care services. Social gatherings also limited to outdoors with up to 10 people.
Over 99% of Alberta businesses are able to operate now within public health guidelines, and today a very important lifeline for the owners of fitness businesses, including gyms and that respect.
And indeed, in Alberta, fitness centers and libraries were given the green light to partially reopen as the province moved to ease some public health restrictions. Mayor Kenney says more could be looked at in the coming weeks if the numbers continue to improve.
In Nova Scotia, comes in long-term care now. Before the pandemic, as years
When 96-year-old Hazel Gibson is not having a good day, her husband Alex is by her side. Their family fought to make it so.
He's always been absolutely, totally in love with her, and she has been absolutely, totally in love with him. It is a love story.
Even if one of them requires a higher level of care.
I think it's the right thing to do. The transition into long-term care can be challenging on the best of days, and helping keep couples together who have been loving each other and supporting each other their whole lives, I think is a really good thing for all.
In fact, this professor of geriatric medicine says it can be a good thing for the healthcare system overall when couples can help each other.
That can be beneficial to their sense of self-worth, and it can also be something that just takes that particular task perhaps away from being needed to be done by a care worker, and then frees that care worker up to do something else.
Judy Gibson says there was a definite change when her in-laws were reunited.